Alright, coming up now. Oh, you guys are in for a treat. Ladies and gentlemen, the late, great Sammy.
Late great. So I guess this is the Sam Cordoba Memorial.
Oh, late as in not here on time.
Oh, so in that honorarium is a certain amount of condescension. I'm not going to buy that. And as for your idea about playing the lottery and people who have pipe dreams, I think we should afford them these things because that is all they have. It is what keeps them going. I'm sorry, you know, I mean, I know that that is both uplifting and incredibly cynical at the same time. Yeah, I mean, at some point, when you realize you cannot change your life into anything but what it is already present, and then you're left with a certain amount of maintenance. I know, shake your head, it's a terrible thing. Look, you know, that's why you need security, that's why you need a stable support system, that's why you need a family. Not a shattered family. Not one that calls you from various area codes and has different hyphenated names. Terrible. It's a terrible thing. Last weekend I had lunch with my younger brother. And when I tell people I'm going to have lunch with my younger brother, they think I'll go to the sports bar, have a couple burgers, watch the game. He's 4 years old. What? Yeah, 4 years old. I have a 4-year-old brother.
Fathers are right.
Yeah. No, we're not going to a sports bar. We're going to a Fisher-Price Laugh and Learn project table. Have a couple juice boxes. Watch the Wiggles. Yes, my father is a dynamo. And I use that with the appropriate amount of compliment and cynicism all at once. He's 74 years old. Yes, you thought you had a handful. 74 years old with a 4-year-old kid. It's amazing, you know? And he doesn't think there's anything wrong with it. He thinks it's perfectly fine to have a kid that age, at his age. I mean, I suppose what he's thinking is 70 is the new 20. I let that one sink in. Look, I know people are starting families later in life, you know, and third marriages. His current wife, and with my father we use current because you never know. She's 56 years old. 56-year-old woman. That means she was 52 when she was pregnant. Let that sink in a little bit. 652. And you could understand if she was in her early 30s. But my father wasn't rich enough to marry someone that young. And I think, you know, when I heard it, I remember my mouth dropped. You know, I thought, 52, 70, they're having a kid. You know, not that I wanted to, but I mean, it's like watching a train wreck. You can't help but think, how did they do it? I mean, was it Viagra? Fertility clinic? Egg donor? I'll tell you one thing it wasn't. It wasn't a 6-pack of Pabst Blue Ribbon in the back of a Dodge. No, let me tell you, my kid brother was a planned mistake. Look, I'd love to get to know my kid brother, I really would. When he's 21 and I can take him to Vegas for a shot of tequila and a lap dance. But till then it's hard, because recently, we went, my father, my brother and I went to the mall to have lunch at the food court. And my father had to go to the bathroom because his Flomax prescription hadn't kicked in. Which I found ironic because my younger brother had just recently learned to control his bladder. And so he said, here, take some money, get your brother something to eat, but make sure it's healthy. I said, all right. So we start walking over the food court. I'm going to the falafel place. Thank you kindly. Going to the falafel place. Get something healthy. When my younger brother sees the ice cream stand, And he says, I want ice cream, I want ice cream. I go, no, we got to get something good. We got to get something. Come on. He says, I want ice cream. I go, no. He goes, I want my daddy. I want my daddy. At that point, the entire food court turns around. Security guard comes up to me. Says, excuse me, sir, is this your kid? I said, not exactly. What do you mean? He goes, he's my brother. Security guard says, I've heard that one before. Well, luckily my father was able to, had enough flow max in him that he came back, and I was never more grateful to see him. So on that note, I'm going to bring back our MC, our fine MC.
I have a 19-year-old sister.